Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning, live from Lexington on WKYT at 5 a.m. We're glad you're with us. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. It's feeling pretty good out there right now, but, you know, changes could be in the way.
Could be, and what we've been watching is maybe not as powerful as we thought as far as some of the storms moving through in the next few days. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris, tracking it all on our First Alert Defender. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we're seeing a few flakes down toward the Cumberland region. Other than that, we're staying pretty dry outside with cloudy skies. Cold conditions, no surprise there as we look across First Alert Defender live radar. And a nice clean sweep for about 95% of our area. The other 5%, you can see it on the screen, down toward the southwest. And you work your way towards, say, the Cumberland Parkway and also holding on to that Lake Cumberland area, Monticello, work your way into Russell Springs, off towards, say, Columbia and Gradyville there in Adair County. That's where we're seeing some of that mix come into play. So don't be surprised if you're sitting there, I would say from Waynesburg to Liberty, Campbellsville, and southbound, you'll have the best shot seeing some flakes fly. Current temperatures in the 20s. It's pretty cold outside, and anything that falls down toward the south will stick. So you may possible to get some light accumulation out of that. Most of this is going to be south, 35 degrees, and it'll fade away as we go off into the afternoon. Christmas, no chances. That's what a lot of people want to know about because the Saturday system is going to be coming here in the next couple of days. But what about Christmas? Christmas Eve and often the Christmas Day? I'll go over the latest chances with you coming up in a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you in just a bit. We thank you. Here's the latest from WKYT. New this morning, police say a shooting last week has led now to the discovery of a marijuana growing operation.
Officers arrested Donce Cook, Jasmine Gregory, and James Kendrick for growing several marijuana plants at a home on Manhattan Drive. WKYT's Whitney Wetzel live from Manhattan Drive with the latest developments in both cases.
Good morning. Well, this is actually the same house where a man was shot just last week. Take a look at this video. This was the scene of that shooting. Police say two men broke into this home on Manhattan Drive and shot the victim, Ben Sharp, in the leg. He was taken to the hospital, but then to jail for drug-related charges. This morning, we've learned that 3 more people have also been arrested in connection to those drugs that were found inside the home following that shooting. Jasmine Gregory, James Kendrick, and Donce Cook are all facing charges after police found 8 marijuana plants, a grow tent, and some other drug paraphernalia inside of the home. There was also a toddler living inside the house at the time. As a result, these 3 are charged with marijuana cultivation, wanton endangerment, and drug paraphernalia. They'll be arraigned on those charges this afternoon. Live in Lexington, Whitney Wetzel, WKYT.
Well, new this morning, Lexington police arrested a man they say was working for a cable company when he exposed himself to a child while doing repair work.
Police say 32-year-old Bradley Brooks has been working for the Time Warner Cable Company. This was going on back in July when the incident took place. WKYT's Mark Barber is live from District Court now with the details. Mark, good morning to you.
Good morning, Bill and Rebecca. Bradley Brooks is accused of exposing himself and then touching himself inappropriately in front of a 7-year-old girl while he was in her house on a work-related call. Now, according to an arrest citation, this happened back on August 10th when a mother who invited him into her home to work on their cable asked her 7-year-old daughter to take a cable router to 32-year-old Brooks, who was working in their basement. Now, we're told that the mother said when the girl came out of the basement, she was acting very differently, and according to an arrest warrant, during a forensic interview, the child said Brooks exposed himself and then touched himself inappropriately in front of that girl. Now, when police interviewed the suspect, he claimed that wasn't the case. Instead, he told officers he had inappropriate pictures of himself on his phone, and he left it near the girl, and he says she must have seen those photos. Now, the 32-year-old was arrested yesterday around 10:15 in the morning near Midland and East 2nd Street. Investigators say he was under the influence of drugs when he collided with another car. Brooks is charged with operating a motor vehicle as well as first-degree sexual abuse. He is scheduled to appear in court today for an arraignment. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Well, an Eastern Kentucky family is dealing with 2 devastating losses. Last week, Tabitha Collett's home was destroyed by a fire. She lived there with her husband, Frankie Sizemore, and their children. Tuesday, Sizemore was killed in a crash in Jackson County while coming home from work. Police say his car hit a cattle truck head-on.
He had a heart of gold. He would give you his last anything if you needed him, and oh my gosh, he loved to make you smile.
He was a great father and a great provider. He was just a great person. He would give anything to anybody.
A GoFundMe page to help the Colletts and Sizemore families has been set up. We have a link on our website, WKYT.com. Police say the driver of the cattle truck, Jerry McQueen, was also killed in the crash.
The time is 5:05 on WKYT this morning, and if you're feeling sick, the word is stay home. That's the message from doctors this morning. The flu, strep throat, and stomach bugs are continuing to take their toll on people all around Kentucky. The public health director in Franklin County says they have confirmed 21 cases of the flu in the last week alone. A church canceled services last night because so many of its members are sick. Bell Point Baptist Church canceled Wednesday night services because of the sickness, and the health director says in situations like this, that's the best plan.
Well, janitors at Bergen Independent School spent the day yesterday cleaning the building. Tuesday, the superintendent said attendance had dipped to below 80%, so school leaders canceled classes for the rest of the week. They hope a longer Christmas break will help everyone get healthy.
We just felt that we did not need to expose any more of our students to the germs.
5 school districts will be closed the rest of the week because of illness. Anderson County, Bergen Independent, Lawrence, Menifee, and Wolfe counties as well.
Kentucky Fish and Wildlife workers still have some unanswered questions about that mountain lion that they killed in Bourbon County. They told us that they still haven't figured out where the mountain lion came from. They're looking into the possibility that it was held captive before being found. Mountain lions are rare in Kentucky. The Wolf Run Wildlife Refuge in Jessamine County has been caring for a mountain lion there for about 13 years. Workers there say mountain lions should not be kept as pets because that causes them to lose their fear of humans.
Very, very poor choice to try and keep these animals like you would a regular domestic animal.
Fish and wildlife workers tell us that they should know more about the Bourbon County mountain lion when lab tests return in a couple of days.
Well, some volunteers in Laurel County are making sure children don't go hungry over Christmas break. They're stuffing food into 1,000 backpacks for Laurel County's Backpack Club. Those backpacks will be given to kids at 19 different Laurel County schools. Organizers say it's their way of telling those children that someone cares about them.
It just really grips my heart to think that there's kids that aren't as fortunate, that don't have the means necessary to go to the refrigerator or go to the pantry and pick out whatever they want to eat.
Family resource volunteers will pick up the backpacks today so they can be given to the students on Friday.